Welcome to the UDP broadcast, a podcast where a group of friends get together and talk about gaming-related topics and offer both informed and uninformed opinions. I'm Luminary, and I'm accompanied today. Yeah, beady, beady, beat. There you go. That dates me right there. That's early '80s. The Nordic Cajun.
Huh, I don't even know what to say. It's hot. It's sweaty, and it's looking at me.
I don't know what's looking at you.
I'm terrified. I need an adult.
I am an adult.
The eternal barcode.
God damn, I'm scared. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Iamy.
How are you? You ready for therapy this week?
Fuck. I did look it up. That's groundskeeper Willie said he was brought in for one of those 95 or one of the episodes in 1995 called something Round Springfield, and he was supposed to teach French. And he says, "Bonjour, ya cheese-eating surrender monkeys."
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, continuing on. God
And
damn it.
from the Emerald Dream and other sundry places, Raina, the Crit Chicken.
Also known as Not My Mom.
Thank God for that.
Oof.
Episode 40.
You know who's now my mom? My mom!
I mean,
Oh, God, my throat. Oh, that hurt.
You should
God
drink
damn
about it.
I do have drinking from. Oh, speaking of which, drinks and the unrelated things. If you watch the ads, if you subscribe to us, if you donate bits, if you donate subs or anything, 10% of all that revenue is going to go to the Trevor Project, which is super fantastic, easy for me to say. And the mission of the Trevor Project is to end suicide among gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning young people. And one final thing, just a reminder that this is an opinion show and does not reflect official company policies or views. In other words, we're poor. I was about to say we're pure, and that's horribly
That is
incorrect.
the farthest from the truth.
It could be qualified purely poor.
Yes, we're purely poor. We have uninformed opinions, as is part of our show, name of our show. So please don't sue us.
There we go. Yep. Have you actually, as a side note, have you ever been to the Trevor Project's website?
Yes, I have given them money.
Oh.
I like to give them money. It's fun.
Yeah, we're fastly approaching up on December here, real quick, and I'm probably December 1st. I'm going to go ahead and stop the Twitch campaign and wait till January and start the Twitch campaign again, and just let it run for another year. But no, like a reason why I bring that up is because they do a lot of interesting things on that site to keep the users of that site safe. Like if you, I think if you click or if you tap randomly 3 times or 4 times on the website, or was it 5 times? It's like you have to like pentuple tap. It'll like redirect you to some other site that's not the Trevor Project. So that way, if somebody's like coming up and you don't want to see, and you don't want that loaded up, you could totally do that. Which is kind of neat. Like they've got a lot of safety things in there, and they've got a lot of professionals to that are available for free for those of the LGBTQ and questioning youths.
That reminds me a lot of the Government of Canada's immigration website. Like if you go to their immigration page, they literally have a button that says "Get me out of here." So because we do have provisions for immigration in Canada that if you've got a situation that puts you in grievous harm, like a chance of grievous harm, you can click that. It'll take you right to Google, and it'll just keep you away from their site. So it does. So if you've got a partner or someone who's abusive and going to harm you, if you're looking at fleeing to Canada, it can take you away pretty quickly so you don't get caught. I like websites that do that.
Awesome. Our website doesn't do that. It's just
It's just a bunch of monkeys with the symbols going. Ah!
Well, I can't ever imagine a situation where somebody's like, "Are you looking at that stupid podcast again? What the hell?" No, it's not
Hey,
going to
Mom, you listen to a podcast.
well, it's like with my ex, he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be on AOL or LiveJournal. Those things are stupid."
Yeah, that's called gaslighting, and he's a dick.
Yep. So, episode 40. Taken out of
God.
context. There's a clever name
It's
for
a,
you.
that's a good segue there.
You know, and it's 40 episodes. Like 52 episodes is like a year's worth of content. We've taken weeks off here and there, and I'm happy. Our
12
actual
episodes away.
our year anniversary was back in June, so we're like well into a year of doing this. And I'm proud
Yoo-hoo.
of us. But let's move on to Glorbo.
Glorbo. It's
What
Glorbin
the-
time.
Excuse me, I'm gonna say it the way I've been wanting to say it. What the fuck is a Glorbo?
Oh,
Okay, so the fuck is a Glorbo? The Glorbo
Yes.
is the most amazing new addition to World of Warcraft ever, and I'm really excited to see how it really, interacts with the rest of the content, and as far as the dungeons go, and as far as the overlying campaigns go. I mean, Glorbo is just adding so many new features that are really exciting. It's a really strong feature to add to the game, a new boss to add to the game. Glorbo is probably one of the most amazing things I've ever added to World of Warcraft. Did I say that with a straight face? Because holy fuck, my face hurts.
well, you
Yeah, that
also
was-
you also
That
forgot
was-
to add
you
in
were
the
very excited for sure.
you
The
forgot
mechanics, I don't like it. Fix the fixes, then we'll talk.
well, you forgot to mention the mandatory item that you get with
Yes.
Glorbo's introduction, the click-clack.
Yes.
And some users are kind of not all about it because who has time to farm the Zoop for that? And then they added in the Half Hill Market in
Yes.
Stormsong Valley, which is a farming and sim and mini game.
we're
Yeah,
definitely
that's-
gonna have
well,
a
it is-
soup, try it.
Well, and then they added additional Plants vs. Zombies on top of that because there's already the mini game in the game. Now they've added a newer version of with like better 3D graphics.
Yeah, it's,
It's
called
really
Player
weird.
2.
So
So-
yeah, it's called Ready Player 2.
Ready? But we do have our resident lore master here, Crit. What can you tell us about Glorbo?
It kind of just like dropped to my lap. I didn't see it coming, but I'm kind of welcoming it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a great addition to every lore master.
Well, I know the Reddit user Kiefer Kerrigan was saying that the hinting of it started
you
in
can go fuck
Hearthstone
yourself.
in
Oh, you can
1994.
kiss my ass. I was waiting. I wanted to see how far y'all would take that garbage. What the hell?
Well,
Well, I was waiting
Oh
for
my
y'all to say we're gonna
God.
go
So-
into the forest and go kill the Jabberwocky, go snickety snack with our blitty blade. Like, motherfucker.
so,
They've broken the Nordic Cajun.
Oh my god.
so this brings us to what
He
Glorbo.
just left.
I'm so glad that I kept the I made the scene change. All right, so
It's like the moment I heard Plants vs. Zombies, like I was like, hold up.
No, actually, there
Wait
is
a
legit-
minute.
there
There
is
is a-
legitimately a level. One part in
it was introduced in
The-
Wrath of the Lich King, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it is. It's literally like a little farm you can come up to, and there's literally a mini game you can play that is actually Plants vs Zombies.
It's
I
actually
actually
really cool.
remember that quest.
It's in
I remember that
Hellspath.
quest.
So that one's legit. Everything else is
Was bullshit.
Glorbo.
Glorbo. It's Morbin time.
Yeah,
I mean
well-
Glorbin time.
Well, just to let you know how far it went, mind you, we didn't even drive down the street on this one. Like this, that was just to let you know where we're at. Like in the
No, y'all
comments.
let me stick my head out the window. Like, look at this.
Well, let me put it this way: in the comments, they talked about the introduction of the new boss, Quaxlore,
Yes.
and the Lord of the Ducks, and
Sounds like a bad World of Warcraft fan fiction.
So you know why they did this, right, Cajun? Now, this is on top of like the other subreddits are picking it up and introducing Glorbo to their favorite game. I think Destiny was the
Destiny
latest one.
2, yeah.
And the reason why they did this is because they were baiting AI article writers.
Yep. And they fucking nailed him. So here's the best part. Here, the guy that did this, I have his post up here. His username is Kafer Kriegerin. He initially posted this to Reddit as just a an absolute shit post, and I if I remember correctly, he legitimately starts off saying, he's just making fun of the shit postiness and making fun of how AI article generations are absolutely stupid as hell, and he what do you say here? Honestly, this new features makes me really happy. I just want some major AI or major bot operated news websites to publish an article about this. That's how he starts his shit post. His shitpost is titled, "I'm so excited they finally introduced Glorbo."
Mm-hmm.
Now, he goes on to say, in his actual like main shitposty part, he's like, I have to say, since they started hinting at it in Hearthstone in 1994, Hearthstone in 1994,
Yeah. Mhm.
Hearthstone in
Yeah.
1994, it was
Yep.
obvious that they would introduce Glorbo to World of Warcraft sooner or later. I feel like Dragonflight has been win after win so far. Like when they brought back Chen Stormstout as the end boss for the new Karazhan, absolutely amazing. And he puts Karazhan with a question mark. Hopefully, bots picked up on that and kept that question mark in because they're dumb as shit. Feel free to comment below what features and stories you want to see in the new future. Maybe you'll be quoted on some trustworthy news websites as well. Yeah, so then he goes, update, we fucking did it. So this clickbait website called Z League. I mean, they're a shitposty clickbait site that has AI generated everything. They ran with this. They skimmed the comments with an AI bot that basically detected a lot of positive words, like excited, really happy, and shit like that. So it writes this like 2,000 word nothing burger. If you're not really sure what that is, you ever listen to a politician answer a question by not actually answering the fucking question? That's a nothing burger. So it gives a 2,000 word nothing burger on Glorbo, not once mentioning what Glorbo is, what it does in the quest line, how it's related to World of Warcraft, because, oh yeah, no one in the comments included any of that in their ship posting. So it had nothing to work on. All it could say was that Glorbo is amazing, Glorbo's coming. Do you remember The Simpsons when they had that fucking ventriloquist doll?
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. It is beyond broken and beyond hilarious, like how stupid it was that this bot. I'm going to pull up the article really quickly.
Now,
Key takeaways is this is literally on the archived. Somebody archived the website page before they deleted it. Players express excitement for Glorbo's arrival and its potential impact on the game. Some players have reservations about the mandatory item Click Clack and its effect on casual players. Rumors of Stormsong Valley becoming the new location for the Half Hill Market and farming sim minigame generate enthusiasm. Appreciation for previous game changes, such as the inclusion of Claxy as a playable race.
No,
Somebody
no,
threw that in there.
no, not
Yeah,
the Claxy.
yeah.
I mean, I know what the Claxy are, but I don't like them.
No, my favorite part is
oh.
this guy does a follow up 8 days ago. And he says, I am now listed on IMDb as the voice actor for Glorbo in Dragonflight.
Oh,
Here's a hint. What I read next is going to really tell you how true all this shit is. You read that correctly. I have been doing SEO for 4 years. Thanks to that, I've learned a thing or two. I've now officially been listed on Dragonflight's IMDb page as the voice actor for Glorbo. So there's 2 sentences in there that tell you everything you need to know. Now, if you're not sure or never heard the term SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. What that is a fancy way of promoting your website, your blog post, or whatever as high as possible in a search ranking, thus driving more, traffic your way. Now, in the case of this, you can manipulate that by linking out all over the place so that when an AI bot happens to see this, it's going to see all your links and it's going to take them as fact because it's not going to follow up on those links to correlate the information. So what this guy has done, and it's fucking genius, because he did learn a thing or two doing SEO. He knows how to manipulate bots. He links to a video that breaks it all down in his words. What the video is, it's video unavailable, is what it links to on YouTube. Here's the full cast list. Search for Glorbo in brackets. It's actually the cast list for World of Warcraft cast and crew. He's obviously not in there. Then you have I also have pending approval a behind the scenes quote unquote photo from my blink and you miss it. Appearance in the 2016 Warcraft movie as Glorbo, and it's got the IMDb art stills from the movie, which he's linking to. I'll update further here if I'm added to the cast list. Update: Glorbo's character model has been added to Dragonflight's IMDb page. That links to just the cover art for the actual game. Glorbo is now on the front page of Dragonflight's IMDb, which again is just linking to the expansion. Glorbo's famous quote, "What is Glorbo doing here? What are you doing here?" now appears in the Did You Know section for Dragonflight. If you go to the quote section, of course, that's not true because there are no quotes for the entire expansion on IMDb. And then if you look up, Google now recognizes me, even its newest search generative experience, as Glorbo. Google results for Labatt Glorbo. He's missing one extra. There should be 2 T's on Glorbo or on Labatt. But yeah, no, it's Oh no, sorry. Alex Labatt has 1 T apparently. Plays Glorbo in the 2022 video game. Blah blah. Yeah. Generative AI is experimental. Info quality may vary. This is from Google itself. He is absolutely breaking AI, and a lot of kudos to this guy for doing that, because fuck AI.
Yeah.
Like he is literally was the ultimate troll of our generation. Like he's done it.
We do a little trolling. we
Now-
engage in some small shenanigans.
Now, is it sad? Now I'm gonna flip this on. Is it sad that it makes my heart hurt about how like gutted and shelled Blizzard is right now? Because back in the day, the Blizzard devs would have seen this go on, and come April for April Fool's Day, they would have made an entire Glorbo event just to capitalize on.
They might resurrect it because it only happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if Activision will let them.
You mean Microsoft?
That too. Well, that's true. Well, there might be hope, but
Okay.
like just y'all's 10 seconds of that's more like 30 seconds of trolling me was amazing. He did that on the grand scale, so I give kudos to you assholes and kudos to him as well. That was
Believable.
well done. Well
Absolutely.
done.
Yeah,
You did.
Oh, yeah, you were
No,
helping.
no,
It was
no,
great.
So the best
that-
part is none of us answered your question as to what Glorbo is. We just talked about how amazing Glorbo is and what great things it's going to bring to the game, but we didn't actually answer your fucking question.
And Nord's brain went.
But I think that's my point with AI. AI is dumb as bricks. It is not real artificial intelligence, as this guy has proven. As if someone reads the transcripts, they will immediately think that we're talking about Glorbo and how amazing Glorbo is. Hint: transcript, closed captioning. You're dumb. Stop being stupid and stop existing. At least get someone to type it out manually. I feel sorry for the person who has to do that. Anyways,
Yeah, totally. You should see Glorbo's special scene when it comes to the lion prides in on Moonguard.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, yeah,
I'm
'cause
totally
hashtagging
hashtagging this with Glorbo.
well,
by the way.
so Glorbo, when
Me
he's
too.
in Moonguard, he's in the inn. He's shaking a container that sprays like white liquid all over the place. And
That's
he's
when
holding it
Jaina
at-
walks in.
well, because he's standing on the bar and he's shaking it. It's really funny because it's right at hip level, and there's a couple NPCs right in his face, or right in front of him. So you just see him shaking this thing, and then you see white stuff flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's a canister of beer. He's having a good time.
Absolutely. And there's one of the NPCs is sort of nodding his head to the music, and from the right angle, it looks really funny, really appropriate for children. God damn it!
Oh my god.
AI is so fucking stupid.
Can
Can we just shut it all off now?
And it's not even AI's fault. I think the after reading through a lot of this Reddit stuff and the what they're trying to do, they're really pushing to. It was funny. It was actually mentioned in that particular thread, in that subreddit where they're like, we should have a whole day dedicated to shit posting like this.
Absolutely.
and while that's great,
Glorbo Day.
exactly.
It's Glorbo time.
You know they're actually gonna make a Glorbo NPC now, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They should. They need to capitalize on it. And he just sits there and he just goes on about his adventures that never happened.
Yep, and
No,
he
but
doesn't
then-
have to use
Then
a
they'll be
word.
like, "Oh, Glorbo finally came twice."
Oh no.
Please no.
But
But
He's got to be standing on the bar in Moonguard, shaking something that spews white liquid.
Mm,
the
It's
AI,
whipped cream. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's beer.
Yes.
the subreddit scraping news article writing bots. I think what they were talking about in all of this, like some of those sites are generating 200 articles a day.
Have you seen our inbox?
Well, yeah, but that's over
We're
like 8 syndicates. That's not
yeah,
one site.
but
Or those people that post articles or synopsis of popular tweets and stuff like that. Oh, this is what happened in this thing. It's like,
oh my
okay.
fucking god.
You've noticed that, right? Where it's like,
Oh yeah.
well, like with the those articles that I showed you or whatever, they have some accounts will actually post under it as being like, oh, here's our take on this. Ah, da, da. It's like,
It's like you can
what
just
do
eat a
you mean?
bag of dicks and stop talking. Thank you.
I guess they're trying to get after X's revenue or something, or
No, it's Twitter. Fuck that. X is banned in Indonesia, by the way.
Twixter.
Because X is the term X by itself falls under I think it was Indonesia or Singapore's anti-porn laws.
oh yeah,
Really?
because of
Yeah,
X
I mean X
gerbil.
videos, X hamsters.
I was
X
gonna say
don't give
X
it to you.
gerbil. X
Oh
Pac,
my.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
If
it's
you're a
absolutely
wrestling
fun.
fan, you know who X Pac is. We're
Oh,
done.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that.
Suck it. Yeah, no, that's great. The
Oh, God.
yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like AI by itself is just it's a probability machine, and the reason why people can't just make a solely AI article writer that with a scraper on the front to like feed it stuff is because it can't check. It doesn't know. It barely knows what it writes. It goes, oh, this goes next to this probably. So, and then it's at a high probability, which is why when you look at these articles, each one of these sentences kind of follow the next. And you can follow it because it's trained on the English language. But without the human behind it to fact check and go, what the heck, Glorbo? Zoop, I've never had to collect Zoop in World of Warcraft. What is this? And nix it before it gets out. But instead, you have these farms that are just flooding the internet with garbage.
Oh my.
It's almost along the same line of God. I hate to say it. It's the fake news movement.
Do you want to know something really, really funny?
Go for it.
The quote unquote person who wrote the article, by the name of Lucy Reed on what the hell is this website? Stupid zleague.gg.
Mm-hmm.
They've deleted that fake author. So if you try to go to that fake author's page to see what all the articles they've published under that name, they're all deleted. Whereas you go to like Ursine Warrior, there's like 100 or so, 46 pages worth of fucking bullshit from this one bot. I'm pretty sure every publisher on here is just a bunch of bots, and it's run by one person, probably sitting in his mom's basement with a neck beard to end all neck beards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they deleted that fake author.
So I hope at some point they realize that you can't let AI just do its own thing because it has no context and it never will. The only context it has is what it thinks comes next, judging by what came before it.
AI is so goddamn dumb. Like even like, and the funniest part is judging by what comes next based on what's happened previously is that exactly how Windows file copy times work. But even then, they're more accurate.
do you want a Skynet? That's how you get a Skynet.
No, if we have a Skynet based on today's AI, do you know how dumb it's going to be?
We're gonna have a turbo.
We're going to have fucking Glorbo Skynet. All we got to do is start saying the new version of Skynet, Glorbo 2.0, is going to be launching next week, and then Skynet's going to try and kill itself, thinking that it's Glorbo.
Ubuntu? No, I'm running Glorbo.
Yeah.
Glorbo, it's the new Xx. But,
yeah, I don't run Android, I run Glorbo. What the hell's your problem?
Linux? No, Glorbo.
Glorbo nuts. So yeah, AI is going to be a thing, and there's not much we can do about it. Like, I don't care if they implemented it as long as it's got human oversight. Like, okay, so if you use it for targeting to identify what it is you're pointing at, Okay, I can totally get that. The moment you put the AI in front on the trigger, that's bad.
Funny you should mention that. Raina and I were watching a little bit of a video. I stopped it because she was obviously not interested in it, and it's more of a me thing. But this guy systematically looks at the Phalanx close-in weapons system defense gun that's on naval ships, and how stupid and good it is at the same time. Because it does have an AI that can automatically shoot everything, within specific criteria, and then it's got another mode of human has to make button go burr. And the fully automated mode at RimPack, which is a Pacific Rim naval exercise between a lot of Pacific Rim countries, there was an A6 intruder towing a decoy near a Japanese warship, and their Phalanx was supposed to engage the decoy. Phalanx doesn't have IFF, or identify friend or foe, so it basically doesn't know it doesn't care what it's shooting at. If you meet the criteria,
go pew, pew.
yeah, if you meet the criteria, it's going to light you the shit up. And these things fire at 6,000 rounds a minute, so it basically doesn't cause the weapon, the missile or whatever, to explode. It disintegrates from shooting so much ammunition at it. Now the thing was, this A6 intruder is flying, it's towing a decoy behind it in the air, and the Phalanx says, oh hey, there's a target that looks aggressive enough that it could hit me or come near me, I'm going to engage it. The problem was there's no IFF. It engaged the A6 intruder. The pilot and the navigator were successfully able to eject out of the aircraft. It was completely destroyed. They suffered minor superficial injuries, but that thing could have easily ripped them into or turned them into mist. It could have mystified them. So AI is really inherently stupid. It never will be smart, ever.
I mean, it depends on what kind of stupid you're into, though. I don't know if it was Lumi that shared it with me, or I saw it on TikTok or somewhere else. But somebody took AI, plugged it into South Park, and it was doing its own thing. Like it was living and breathing, like it was actual South Park people walking around. And he typed in what he wanted for an episode, and it made episodes for him with the voices and everything.
Well, there's AI Seinfeld here on Twitch. In fact, it was banned not too long ago because it got real racist and very sexist.
Of course it did.
Yep.
Damn it, Kramer.
What? You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. Shots appropriately fired.
Yeah, no, you said that, and I was like, oh yeah, no, he fucked up bad.
Yeah, I watched.
That was an AI.
No, that was him just being fucking dumb. I was so in disbelief when I first heard about it. I went and saw the video. Someone had posted it to YouTube. I could not believe how racist that was. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're typecast. Yes, you don't like to play the Kramer character, but saying racist shit against black people is not the way to say I don't like the Kramer character and I'm not going to do him in stand-up. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that single night fucked his entire
That's
career.
why I'm always going to be ripping on him. Like like you bring up Seinfeld, that's Kramer.
Yeah.
Slide your ass right back through that door, bud.
If you're going to be racist, it's now called pulling a Kramer.
Insert Seinfeld bass slap here. So
be like, okay, Kramer, instead of okay, Boomer, I'll do okay, Kramer.
Dang.
All right, we've beat AI into the ground and called it Kramer.
Made Nord's ears go steamy. Now let's
broke your brain.
Yeah, brain go burr.
Let's hit up how a Nintendo Switch allowed a kidnapped girl to be found.
Yeah, so that's a really, really interesting story, and I'm really glad it turned out the way it did. And if you're not sure what happened a little while ago, it's convenient that I have the article right in front of me. An unidentified 15-year-old girl went missing August 3rd last year when she befriended a 28-year-old male by the name of fucking pedophile.
Insert any name here, right?
So this asshole, forced her. she met this dude and he forced her into making child sex abuse images. So instantly, I wanted to castrate him with a chainsaw. Anyways, that for legal purposes, that's a joke. Fuck off. So, you know, Pedo Boy traveled from Arizona to Virginia to abduct her. But thankfully allowed her to bring her Nintendo Switch console.
Oh, wasn't that kind of him?
It was because she then used it to download a game and watch YouTube. Her friend saw her name pop up online and the relevant authorities were contacted. And with Nintendo's help, they were able to get the IP address, and the FBI was able to locate her 11 days after she first disappeared. And she's thankfully been returned safely to her family. In April this year, Pedo Boy was sentenced to 30 years in federal prison for charges including creation of child sex abuse images and the transportation of a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. Good.
As a
FBI, open up!
Yeah, basically.
as shit.
I was waiting for the right moment.
That's amazing.
As someone who knows people who have been in the slammer, I can guarantee you, of those 30 years, he might serve 3 days.
Hopefully he'll be dead.
He won't. That's what I mean. He won't get past the first grouping of the inmates in the field in the yard. It ain't gonna be good for him.
I hope someone tunes him up. I hope someone tunes him up like Jared Fogle was tuned up in prison.
Or that one documentary or that one show about the Inhale kids. So we were watching with Count Dankula.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
goddamn. But yeah, so what's interesting about this whole thing is, everything's internet connected, and it's a very, very simple process to find out exactly where she was as soon as she popped up online. Because good on this kid for having the presence of mind to say, "Hey, my friend's been missing." And she just came online. I have to tell someone. So her friend telling people, whoever she told, to get authorities involved, fucking A, that's what you do. If you got a missing friend, they come online, you fucking tell people right away. That's amazing. Because from there, pretty much every company out there, whether they're very few VPNs, don't do this, but most of them will ignore any sort of subpoena for any sort of information about a user unless there is a relevant warrant associated with that. And if you have a warrant for missing child, there's I can't imagine very many VPN services would say, fuck you. But even if there was no VPN involved, it's a very simple matter. The first thing you do is you contact Nintendo and say, this account is online. I need that IP address right the fuck away. Nintendo would go and provide that to them through their, special process of dealing with law enforcement. Law enforcement would then, first things they would likely do is look up who is the owner of that IP address, because there is a central registry for every IP block and who it belongs to, whether that's, an ISP, a VPN service, or whatever. There is a record of who owns an IP address and the block of addresses that belong to that company. From there, they'll go to that company saying, hey, I need to know where this IP address is physically located and who it's associated with. And then you can contact local authorities and arrange for, in this case, FBI kicking down your door and rescuing a kidnapped girl.
Rain, if you please.
Oh, I have to do it again?
Yes, please.
He was setting you up for that one.
I thank you.
And
that's what we're hoping for. And we're always hoping for a positive outcome like this, which is amazing. But that process does not take a long time. You might think that it could take days or weeks. Generally, people move pretty quick into missing persons, whether it's a abducted kid or, we had in my province, there was someone who got lost on a back road somewhere. They had just enough service to call 911. Thankfully, they had very little service, but there was at least 2 towers in the area that she was connected to, and they were able to kind of get a rough triangulation as to where she was. It wasn't obviously true triangulation because you need at least 3 towers to do it, but they had a very good idea of where she was, and that doesn't take long to get that information, and that's fucking awesome. So I'm very happy about how that turned out.
That is very good. We needed it. We always need one of those stories in our lives after the beatdown we give to other things on the show. We need some kind of sunshine rays in here, and that I feel better about myself now.
So this way, we don't do the beatdown. We help with the beatdown, but ultimately, the people that, well, that he's chopped with now, give him the beatdown.
Ooh, it's gonna be.
You got a birdie mouth. I wonder.
I made this myself. Come see.
I wonder. Here's what I wonder. Can that guy's mouth open wide enough to swallow a whole toilet?
Probably will.
I don't generally encourage violence, and for legal purposes, this is a joke. I hope he gets curb stomped with a toilet.
Same.
For legal purposes, that was a joke, not actually intended for violence. Do not do violence unless it's in a video game, in which case it's perfectly legally fine.
Now you'll have him in a video of dumb ways to die.
Yes.
Be on the other end of a prison shank.
Love it.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Sorry, I know.
Hey, but thinking of people dying prematurely.
Hey-o.
Imagine you're playing Diablo. Well, I mean, a submarine also works. But imagine you're playing Diablo in hardcore mode, and you're talking about how this season is so cool and so amazing. And in this review, near the end of your review, how you've just said, this is so amazing. The season 1 is phenomenal. You're doing a necromancy corpse explosion build.
With blood mist.
And you die.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
And then you turn around and say, I stand corrected. I fucking hate this season.
Yeah, that video I posted in the backstage chat.
I was watching. I didn't get to see the finale, so now everything makes sense.
I know he was all about. So I started up a hardcore necromancer too. I had not seen this thing or really ever paid attention to it because I've been busy all week. But what happens? I'm kind of doing the same thing that he was doing, which is pretty much a minion Thorns build, and it's working really well. And and he was doing a lot of talking and doing the things, and that's fine. You could totally do that. And he was like, yeah, no. So he was changing out his skills on the fly. He was talking about all the different abilities with the malignant hearts and whatnot. And this mob just stomps him in the middle of his sentence, and he's just like, I just lost my necromancer. I mean, luckily the necromancer was only 32, so that's not too bad.
But still,
it was funny as shit, though.
Exactly. This.
I have to. I mean, there's
amazing.
so many soundboard clips that are, emotional
damage.
And his name was John Cena.
Poor
emotional damage.
Oh my God.
The sound of my ears.
My ears are bleeding.
I am not going to be able to post this at some point. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. But
Knowing John Cena, he'd be like, high
He would
five.
laugh. He's a big chilling.
He's a good dude. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely oof.
Oh, that's what happens at any game. You just can't sit there and expect nothing to happen. Like, sure, you can talk, but pay attention, dog.
That was the worst part. He sat around where mobs were spawning. Kill your shit. Move to a safe area before you open your yap.
The only way that could have been better is if the butcher showed up.
There we go.
And
there's
strikes.
Nintendo. Yep.
Oh, come on. It's not. Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Like I said, the only way that could have been better is if the butcher would have been there and just said, "Hello,
hey, buddy, how are you doing today? Trying to live?
That's a nice necromancer you got there. It'd be
can't
a shame."
So when I stopped playing Diablo because it was just getting too grindy for me. I'll come back to it in a little bit, but when I was playing it, I couldn't believe that I got fucking butchered 5 times. Most people only saw him once or twice. I saw him 5 goddamn times. And as Lumi knows, because we're both, followers and kind of fans of another YouTuber who is notorious for having the most amazing luck. I mean, Sinvicta luck.
Mm-hmm.
I had Sinvicta is a really nice guy. He's done a lot of Darkest Dungeon, like the first version of it. And he coined the term Sinvicta where just the rolls were terrible and everything was awful.
Mm.
I had Sinvicta when it came to getting Butcher all the goddamn time. Like, he saw him once or twice. A couple people in that Discord saw him once or twice. 5 times I saw the Butcher.
He
I
just
mean, I've had similar luck.
Yeah,
he just wanted a
I
hug.
I know. I think I saw the Butcher 4 times with you.
Yep.
Because there was one time I saw him on my own, but I think the rest of the time was with you.
I told
Didn't
you to run away, and you're
didn't
like, "Oh, what is this? No, run,
Run away, little girl, run away.
didn't you run into him too, Lumi? And you had it on one of
Oh
your
yeah, I saw that
shorts.
you were running into the mobs too, just to try to
Dude,
get
Oh
away.
yeah,
It was
that's when we
Run,
had
just
Drew
keep
with us and
running.
everything else.
Just keep running.
little girl.
Yeah,
Run away.
pretty much. I mean, like, oh god, he's got run, bitch, run! Like it was.
Leave me. Let me die.
Oh, and I had my jukes and jives on though. You saw me. I was
You
going
you
on.
should-
Yeah.
you lasted for a good bit, and then he was just dead.
You went splat.
I haven't run into him yet on my hardcore character, which by the way is almost 40. So now, like, it's true butt puckering moment.
Yep.
Yeah, it's scary. Like even like I'm afraid to go into dungeons on hardcore characters. Not
Well,
gonna lie.
well, I'm still trying to figure out what the potion of death escape does, because I was like, oh, it says that it grants me immunity for 2 seconds. So I'm wondering if that just delays the inevitable.
Or is
Yeah.
it a free get out
I
of
mean-
jail card?
Well, I mean, does
It
it
might
give,
be.
Well,
Sorry?
I don't know. I mean, like, I was thinking about testing it on a lower level hardcore character and just like, feeding it to the mobs and be like, there you go. All right, so now we know what this does. Or I could just go read up on it on the internet, I guess.
Or both?
It would be right next to the
Probably
Global
like
article.
the Tears of a Loon and WoW, where it's only Alliance only, and it's invulnerability for a couple of seconds, which I ended up using in hardcore because I thought it was a swim speed potion because it had a similar freaking icon.
Prevents
Coincidence.
death once and makes the user immune for 2 seconds.
So you don't
So if
go
the
anywhere.
butcher, no, but if the butcher grabs you and goes to bitch slap your face into the next time universe, you will avoid that first death, and for 2 seconds you're immune.
2 seconds to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, teleport.
Teleport.
Teleport, or I think they have a scroll of escape, which I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't they nerf Scroll of Escape because too many people were using it to get away from the butcher?
Well, that's the whole point. Why would they nerf something?
Why make it?
Because it's Blizzard and
We
you
want
can't
you to
have fun.
die. You must die. Die. Die.
So, all right. So we're approaching
Okay,
the end of our
Lizard.
shenanigans here, but let's see what's going on. I know Cajun, he had over the last 2 weeks, he did a workout stream Friday. And what else did you do? I know I wasn't available the last 2 weeks to do the Jolly Cooperation. What's going on?
Last week was a little bit messed up for me because Wednesday, the Mrs. and I went to New Orleans to go see one of her favorite performers live at the Orpheus Theater in New Orleans. So Wednesday, I wasn't even here. Thursday, little man was out at my dad's house. It was the first time she and I had the house to ourselves, so you can fill in the blanks there. And
This
so-
new swing was installed, was it?
yeah.
There was so
there was
much
no-
Mario Kart.
There was so
that-
much Glorbin.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Glorp.
so
It was Glorpin time.
It's
Oh,
Glorpin
yay,
time.
Glorbo.
so and then yesterday, like let me said, I did do my first workout stream. I don't know if my microphone was working because I was just so into the workout and I didn't see my chat pop up with anybody for me to say hi. It was all touch and go. It's not gonna be my last one though because I'm 2.5 weeks out from competition, so I'll have a couple of more before the big show. And I was supposed to play freaking Borderlands with her last night on stream, and I don't even know what the heck happened. I think I got home late. Yeah, I got home late because my replacement got there late. So I was like, you know what? This week is just screwed. We'll start over again next week. So we'll be back at it again Tuesday. I think I'm going to swap up games on which game I'm going to be shiny hunting on Tuesday. And if you're back to a fully functional power station, we can get back to some keeping up the core on Wednesday.
Hey Nordic.
Hey,
Maybe every time you find a shiny, you should probably do 10 burpees or 20 burpees.
Well, my past couple of streams, I wouldn't have had any.
Oh, well.
But off stream, you've been seeing my Twitter and the Discord. I find them off stream all the time. Right before we got on stream here, I caught a fucking shiny Caterpie. So it just depends on how the game wants to play. But I'm down with that. I'm down
Oh,
with not
I'm gonna
consequences but rewards for catching shinies.
I'm
You know-
gonna start my diet back up on the 1st. So
Woo!
get to that.
Let's get it. All kinds of gains.
Mhm.
And then you and I were talking about Pokemon Sleep at the beginning of the hour. I'm playing it. Joyce is kind of playing it, but Harrison loves it. He thinks it's the coolest thing. He has it on his iPad. We plug it in, we put it next to his bed, and it's a glorious thing. This little asshole, I'm gonna go ahead and say it like it is. He's at my dad's house, and he calls her while I'm still at work and tells her to make sure I call him back when I get home from work. I was like, what? He never goes out of his way to contact me because he knows when he gets home, he'll just blabber on. I get home and he says, Dad, I got to show you this. He opens up his iPad. Lumi, this little turd already got a shiny Charmander in Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, you
Oh.
shouldn't me.
And the same night, he actually had a shiny Diglett there too, but he didn't have enough cookies to get it. He had 2 shinies in one night. I'm like, there's no way. And then the moment those words left my mouth, with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, he looked at me and said, I guess I'm the shiny hunter now, huh, Dad?
Oh, my heart.
Them's fighting words, boy.
God
So-
damn, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting next week. I'm gonna find a way to where we can do a shiny hunting challenge.
So
we
you
can
got
see.
slammed by your own child. Oof.
7-year-old just ruined my whole career. It was crazy. On a game where you sleep. He sleeps and catches Pokemon, the shiny Pokemon better than I do. What the heck? So yeah, that's my that was my funny little story for the sleeps.
Just from Glorbode.
Stop!
What?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'm in danger.
Anyway, on to them, the crit code.
I
What are y'all
mean,
up to?
I'm probably going to be leaving my part-time job and going full-time. You know what I mean? Have my 3 days off and occasionally pick up a night shift, you know?
You mean an actual life?
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
about
Weird.
so proud of you.
I think, yeah, it's about time, honestly, because I've been going at this for over a year
It's
and being
time.
committed to working for over a year just to prove that I could.
And you did.
And I
And
did.
we're proud of the work that you did, but it's time to get the fun back in your life.
Because Mama is tired.
Mm,
Mama is definitely tired.
good for you.
Indeed. What about
To get your
what?
Sorry, I was saying get rid. That way you can make it a lot easier for the transition.
Oh yeah, moving. Yeah.
Yep. Which I'm
Yeah.
sure the token barcode is excited about.
You have no idea. There's not enough words to put into, or not enough words I could use to describe how exciting that is. But right now, I am excited for the new features of the feature within the game. I really look forward to it. It's gonna be really exciting to have these new features added. The benefits of these new features that are being included in SnowRunner are absolutely amazing. I can't wait. The features have been so far really cool. I've seen them a little bit in preview, and I'm trying to add more bullshit to this, and I'm having trouble. But god damn it, fucking AI! I hate AI with a passion. I am going to end up being Will Smith's character from iRobot.
There we go.
There it is.
As he walks up to Glorbo and be like, "Keep my game out of your fucking mouth."
Basically. But otherwise, I'm doing all the work stuff. I've been breaking my brain reviewing access requests, because not only do I do policy management, I also do change management requests, and some of the stuff with new features of teams that are coming out. It's like, absolutely not. Some of the features that are being added to Microsoft Teams are questionable at best and stupid at worst. And it's like I guess for some people they'd be absolutely amazing for some business environments, but for my business environment, no. And then I incidentally saw something really, really funny because a few weeks ago we had someone request access to the Grammarly app for Microsoft Teams. Now, if you're not familiar with how Grammarly works, it uses AI to read all your text and then figure out what, if anything, needs to be completed. The thing is, when you read their privacy policy and the end user license agreement, it specifically says they're going to train their AI models on your text, and they own the rights to the generated content or the content that they derive from correcting your grammar. Now, the problem with that is people somehow on Twitter have just noticed this, and someone's like, oh my God, they just announced they're doing this. And I was like, no, you fucko. They've been doing this for a long time. Read the goddamn end user license agreements and the privacy policies. I had no sympathy for this poor sap. Or not sap, but poor sod who was like, oh my God, they just did this. No, this is not new. You fuck. This has been around for a while. Read these goddamn things that you don't want to read. I find myself these days losing patience quickly with people who refuse to read privacy policies and end user license agreements and then get super like upset and whatever else from these new things. It's like, it's not new though. You're just as dumb as you were 5 minutes ago.
You've learned nothing.
Yeah. It takes nothing to, yeah, they're full of words and they're long and they have big words and lots of words. But these lots of words and big words can help you in the long run where you don't have to sit there saying, what the hell does this mean? What are they going to do with my stuff? Well, they clearly say they're going to take all your shit and, use it for however they see fit. Get over it. Ah, we're dumb. Anyways, I'm with my rant. I mean, I'm done with my rant. Fuck.
Started with the rant, ended with the rant.
60
Live-
seconds
live-
left. Barcode. Da, 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 da.
Live by the rant, die by the rant.
Why do people have to be so stupid and not read?
Because humans. That's why.
Dude.
Lumi, what are you doing this week now that you're a fully functional battle station once more?
Well, it may not be fully functional for much longer. On my
Oh, no.
brief step away from the microphone to go take care of something, I once again noticed that it is cooler in my glass office than it is in the rest of my house.
Oh no.
I have to go look at that, and I might have to call people, and I'm not happy. But that's effectively it. That's why I've been here for the last 2 weeks. My AC broke, and it's Texas. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm doxing myself by state. Other
Yeah,
than
don't
that,
worry. You've already done that a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Either way, that's so. What I'm doing is up in the air. So think hyper adulting, and that's probably the best definition.
I can feel that.
With that said, we've got 2 minutes left in the podcast. Anybody else have anything else to add? Anything you're doing, like Crit Chicken's a return to streaming and the barcode fine winery hour? Like, do we have that coming up?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
eventually.
you'll have free time to do that again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to free.
Free.
She can't even say time. Like so, Crit works all the time. I don't know when she sleeps. I really don't. And
I
like,
make
Who's
it
the
work.
sleep you speak of?
No, I make it work. Sometimes I fall asleep at 4, get up by 9, go to work, play WoW, try to eat. Like right now, I actually popped in some cauliflower or mashed cauliflower. So, yeah, I know I'm weird. Whatever.
the key is to sleep on the Ubers on the way to work.
No. I drive to work, so there's.
Well, you
I'm
can't
not.
sleep then.
Yeah, there's. It's just. It's Go. It's like instead of Pokemon Go, it's Crit Go. Crit goes to work.
As
Crit
long
waddles
as,
to work.
as long as you don't catch a shiny heart attack, like no
I've been good about not getting one for like over a year now, so that's
Well,
I'm doubting my sanity, but I'm
the doubting your sanity might be due to lack of sleep.
I'm recovering. I'm recovering from my addiction from working. But yeah.
Workaholics are us.
Just know we care about you, regardless of how much shit we give you. Right?
Mhm.
I'm a recovering work addict.
Working.
And IME's going to help, right?
Absolutely, of course.
Absolutely.
Especially if I move there and I freaking can't work for a little while. I still have to get used to the currency.
It's the same thing. It's not like you're going from like dollars to Great British pounds or euros. I mean, even then, it's the exact same thing. It's just a different label on it.
Yeah.
And our money is colorful.
Yeah.
It smells like
pretty.
maple leaves.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
So that's just so like it's an ass deodorizer. If you ever think about it, like if people keep their money in their wallet's next to their ass. Like I can see that being like ass deodorizer. The government builds it in so nobody gives away ass money.
God damn
Ass
it!
money.
I'm out.
Speaking of out, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, Smoke Signal, everything about Luminary Weekly, the Nordic Cajun, IME21, and Needs Espresso on Twitter, YouTube. Just pick a social platform. We're there. And have a great week. Keep an eye on Twitter. I'll let you know what's going on.
All hail Glorbo.
Yes, the features that Glorbo is adding to the game, and despite the mandatory weapon, he just fucking outed. Just nope, just noped on out of here.
Yep.
That
So
was fantastic.
goodbye, chat.
Hey, you're back. And
Done.
time to say goodbye.
So anyway, aside from that, I mean, since this is going to go ahead and be over, I'm going to have to dip and I'm going to have to go solve this problem. So
It works. I got work at 6 a.m. in the morning.
oh, this
so
is
I'll
this
be
is
out
your
too.
early day. Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's
Yep.
a good thing we're ending on time then.
Yes, indeed.
IME, Crit, Cajun, it's great seeing you guys again. I missed you.
Miss you.
So, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. I just hope that my coils are frozen. I'm running the fan right now, and it can continue doing the things it's supposed to do. If not,
Work, damn it, work.
If not, I might have another week and a half of 100. It's supposed to be 105 to 107 all week this week. It's gonna suck.
Fuck this shit. We all need to find a cabin up north in Canada and just live up there.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
like, that's legit.
I mean, like, I'm already here. Come on up, asshole.
Yeah.
Uh,
Canada.ca/immigration, I think it is what it is.
I just bought a house. I don't know. I want to sell a house right now and go to Canada. Maybe one day. All right, I'm out.